In 1997, an American company tried to grow basmati rice in Texas, and it gets weirder. The company was called Rice Tech, and it's owned by the Prince of Liechtenstein Foundation, which is a portfolio of private companies owned by the royal family of the small European state of Liechtenstein. But why was an American seed company owned by a European prince trying to replicate basmati in Texas? It starts with migrant workers from India and Pakistan going to Europe in the 1960s and 70s. Anyone that grows up in Pakistan takes basmati rice for granted. The long grain, the fragrance, the fluffiness, it's just what we've known since childhood. But when migrant workers went to Europe, the Middle East, and the United States looking for work, they started to import basmati rice to cook traditional meals. As time went on, other communities in Europe and the US also developed a taste for basmati rice. By the 1990s, basmati was in demand and popular. At the time, the main supplier for basmati was Pakistan. In 1990, our basmati exports were around 450,000 metric tons, and by 1999, they had grown to more than 1 million metric tons. India was still some ways behind. Up until the 1980s, India was more concerned with providing rice to their domestic markets rather than exporting it. But the 90s changed everything. The Soviet Union fell, India moved from Nehruvian socialism towards privatization and opening its economy to the world. India spent billions on agriculture development, and seeing the European response to basmati, they began to ramp up their exports as well. This is where Rice Tech comes in. The company noticed the growing demand for basmati rice in the US and decided to cross some of its own rice seeds with traditional Indian and Pakistani basmati varieties. And that is where the Indian government made a move that has kept them on top since. While the Pakistani government completely ignored the Texas variety of basmati, the Indian government went to bat for the entire subcontinent. They challenged Rice Tech's patent, claiming basmati could only be grown in particular areas. Traditionally, these are the districts of Indian and Pakistani Punjab that are hit by water from all 5 of the province's rivers. The Indian petition claimed that basmati was subcontinental heritage. It couldn't be grown anywhere else in the world. And they won the case. Rice Tech had to withdraw their patents and eventually release their rice under the brand name Texmati. The company is still around, but the court case holds a different significance for Pakistan. For decades, Pakistani basmati was considered the most premium variety in the world. But by the beginning of the 2000s, India was able to edge us out. Sure, better marketing had a role to play, but the main difference was that the Indian side actually cared about marking basmati as their own. In the past 3 decades, India has become the leading basmati exporter in the world. Meanwhile, Pakistan is growing less and less basmati with every passing year. Instead, we're selling non-basmati varieties to markets like Central Asia and Africa. Pakistan was once the main supplier of basmati rice for the entire world. Now, with every passing year, we're growing cheaper varieties of rice and selling them to less lucrative markets, simply because nobody took an interest at the right time.